Static calibrations are simple to explain, and let me tell you how in layman's terms. Static calibrations are a simple way of saying, to statically calibrate something means using special tools, targets, and/or equipment to calibrate cameras, radars, and LiDAR sensors while the vehicle is stationary in a controlled environment. Examples would be lighting, floor, reflections, or even surroundings. The concept is similar to how your parents taught you right from wrong, or where you were and were not allowed to go. This is not to be confused with programming. When statically calibrating something, you are telling the ADAS module where it is in relation to the vehicle and where it is okay to look during the drive. Static calibrations are necessary when the vehicle's radars, cameras, or LiDAR sensors are removed and installed or replaced, and will also become misaligned after auto glass replacement. Certain mechanical repairs or even a minor to major collision can affect ADAS modules. Performing a wheel alignment could also affect calibrations with some vehicle manufacturers. The cameras, radars, and LiDAR sensors are getting tremendous amounts of information from many different inputs through various sensors in the vehicle. Think of the ADAS system on the car like a cruise missile. If guided wrong, we could hit the wrong target, and we don't want that target to be someone else. There are 5 rules when statically calibrating a car. 1. If you do not have the exact target that is needed for the calibration per OEM specifications, then the calibration should not be performed. This is because the manufacturer of that vehicle and/or system is looking for a specific sized target, or pattern and focal length.
You're supposed to go around to the back.
In order to properly adjust to what it needs to see at very specific tolerances. The goal is to check or adjust how closely the device's readings match the known values inside of the camera or radar module. 2. If the required prerequisites are not met by the OEM procedure, the calibration should not be performed. This could include proper wheel size, tire size, suspension modifications, lighting, floor slope, space, no extra weight in the vehicle, a full tank of fuel, or even a 4-wheel alignment. 3. If the OEM procedure is not currently available on the day of the calibration, then the calibration should not be performed. You want the OEM procedure time-stamped and dated to match the day of the repair. Always attach this information to the work file only because the repair instructions could change at a later date. 4. The static calibration processes and procedures should always be included in the work file when finished. Take pictures of every step of the way. If the repair instructions say to do something, make that picture match the repair instructions. Take pictures for documentation purposes and also to paint a picture of what was done. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. 5. All ADAS calibrations should be documented by the on-site technician. Following these steps will not only ensure the calibration was performed correctly, but this will also take away any fault of the technician if you ever had to go to court only to be accused of not doing something you should have. Always check your service information before the vehicle repair. What you find inside of the service information could surprise you. When it comes to repairing modern vehicles, understand calibrations are not going away. Do them now and learn early before you get left behind.
Let's smash this party up.